How's everybody doing? My name's Mike, and we got Miss Chanel with us today. So what we're going to talk about today is marking the dog's behavior. This is very important for the dog. So right now, the dog is only in the heel command. So the only thing she needs to do right now, and this is important for the marking, is she just needs to stay behind, basically behind my heel. Okay, so I didn't put her in that sit. And if she lays down, it's okay for her to break those right now until I give the dog the command, until I say the word sit. She doesn't have to hold that right now. The only thing I want her to hold is just staying behind me. I don't want her walking in front of me. So there will be a point when I put her in this command. So here's what I want to say about marking. It is something we're doing all the time with the dog, and it's something even if you don't know you're doing it, you are constantly marking their behavior anytime you say the word good to them. And timing is very important. You have to be careful what you reinforce with the dog. So it's kind of like the hot and cold game. When we want to encourage the dog, we're going to say good, atta girl, and praise will follow. When we want to discourage the dog from a behavior, we're going to say the word no, and then a correction will always follow. The correction can be a leash tug, the e-collar, and that is going to be the way we start having meaning to the word no for the dog. So no matter what you do, whenever you mark, there's something that follows. You never mark and don't follow it up. That's how dogs start to have bad communication. If we always say no and we follow it with a correction, the dog will begin to learn the meaning of no and begin to respond to that word, just to that marking. But it is important to back it up even later in life, periodically or sporadically. So if the dog's doing good, we're going to say, atta girl, and then we're going to give her some type of verbal praise or a little bit of physical affection, and that's what's going to encourage her to do the thing we want. So it's like the hot and cold game. Hot is like good, you're doing good. Cold is like you're not doing what I want you to do. And this is going to make the communication much clearer for the dog. It's going to make it much easier for her to understand what the human wants. So she's laying down right now. That's really good. That means she's just like waiting for me, and she doesn't have her down command yet. So this isn't something that I'm really reinforcing at the moment. What I'm going to do is have her heel and then put her in a sit, and I'm going to begin to reinforce that so you guys can see what the marking looks like. Heel. Atta girl, good heel. So that's a mark right there. Since she got up from that sit. So I made sure to say it to put her in it. Since she got up from that sit, from the down, and she came right with me, I encourage that. And I can say, good, down. And now I'm going to put her in that down. I'm going to reinforce it. Down. Good girl, good down. So you see I say the word, she's doing it, and then I say good, and I'm reinforcing it. I mark it when it happens, which is very important to do it when it happens. Heel. Sit. Come on. Good sit. Good girl. You see her butt hit the ground. Good girl. Atta girl. And then pet, pet, pet. We can praise her for coming with us, for sitting, just basically doing the things we're asking to do. Heel. And say, good girl. Good heel. Sit. Atta girl. Good sit. And so we encourage her for that. And once the dog goes through training and they have a good understanding of what we want, it becomes much easier for her because she understands what we want from her. And then a lot of the day is just heel, sit, good girl, good job, good bathroom, good this. A lot of their day is very positive if you've taught them properly and they have that clear line of communication with you. But to get to the atta girls and stuff like that, down. Good girl, good down. To get to that, we have to correct them. Correcting them is often what leads to compliance. The correction leads to compliance. So if your dog's not listening, having a rough day, if you've done the proper work to get her to understand what you want, then it's okay to correct them because that's going to lead to your compliance. That's what's going to calm them down. You know, she was a very excited dog when she first came to me. How you get this is by having a clear line of communication, correcting the dog for things you don't want, and encouraging the things we want. Good girl, good down, good down. Because just because she is down like this for me, down. So I repeat it so she understands. because she's laying in that down position and still doing it, I can reinforce it because she's holding it. Down. Good down. Now we have a helicopter going over us, so if I tell her down, good girl, I can try and reinforce it with that helicopter. Down. There's a helicopter circling us right now, so this is actually very tough for the dog to hold it during that. Good down, good down. That's a good example of marking and encouraging that good behavior we want. Good down. Heel. Good girl. Sit. And so what I did is I moved her from the down because she's not real good at it. She's not going to have a lot of duration for it. So I want to capture that success, get her out of the down, and go ahead and give her that praise. So then next time we can have her hold it for longer. So marking is one of the main things you're doing throughout the day with your dog as you're living with them. You're constantly marking all of their behaviors.